Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. This is Victor.
And this is Rich.
Right now we are in Frankfurt's airport because we're about to fly to one of the most unheard, exotic, beautiful and amazing countries. It is situated in Africa in the south of the continent, and we are extremely excited that we are going to this place. We have been wanting to go to Namibia for at least, I would say, 4 or 3 years. I've got to say that I'm extremely happy that we made the right decision, which is basically to get the tickets and just go over there. And we also were lacking some warmth and heat, and therefore we are very happy that we're going there. It got really cold in Spain, and we really want to go there. I've got to say that this is a massive step for me because I have been wanting to go to Africa for at least as I said, 4 years, but I was very scared. I was very apprehensive about whether I was going to like it because there are many stereotypes about this continent, and I think that we really wanted to, choose the right country, which in this case I believe that is Namibia, which has already been a few times to the continent. In my case, this is going to be my first ever time. How do you feel?
I'm really delighted that finally we can go to Africa together. This is Victor's first ever time in Africa. It is a place that is very different to other places we've been. And for now, he will see what it is like to be in the African continent, and this time in Namibia.
So are you ready? Now let's start this amazing adventure.
Die Anschlagtaschen bei Ihnen ausgeschottet worden sind. Seien Sie bitte vorsichtig beim Öffnen der
Right now, I would not be able to describe how happy I'm feeling inside. After so many years of wanting to come to this part of the world, we are finally here, and we can finally live together our Out of Africa experience. So everyone, we are officially in Africa, and we just went through passport control, and we are officially in the Republic of Namibia. We're extremely excited.
Yeah, and I just want to say that if you want to change money upon arrival, the rate is excellent here, okay? They give you more or less the same rate that you see on the internet. Maybe I changed 165 euros, and I think it was just 4 euros more expensive than what it says on the internet of the official rate.
In any case, right now we are going to get our taxi to the city center. How much is it going to be?
33 euros.
33 euros.
It's not bad.
Well, it's not bad because actually the airport of this city is extremely far away from the city itself. So actually that's kind of the right price, to pay for. At this point, I could still not believe that the two of us were in Africa. The only thing I had to mind was the soundtrack of the film, Out of Africa, where Meryl Streep plays a Danish author, Karen Blixen, an aristocratic woman that goes from Denmark to run a farm in Kenya, almost on her own. And because of that film, here we are. Just before entering the city, we saw a whole family of baboons. Then we only understood that we were no longer in Europe. I believe that now it's about time for us to tell you the real reason why we chose Namibia. This country, as you can see, is not the typical stereotype of the African continent. It is, of course, up to European standards, as you can see. In my opinion, Namibia is the romanticized version of Africa. Since it was a German colony for many years, you can see a heavy European influence in the country. And this is another reason why we got to Namibia.
So guys, here we are at the Windhoek Luxury Suites. We're so excited to check in, however, because we've come a little bit early, we have to wait until 1. You can just smell all the tropical flowers, you can hear the water and the fountains, and we're just going to check out this place, because we're so eager to see everything.
So everyone, I've got to say that everything that we saw on the way from the airport to the capital city, which is Windhoek, just basically left us with our mouths open, because this place is extremely beautiful. Expectations were really high, but reality is way beyond higher, this place is really magical. And in my opinion, if you want to come to Africa and you've been hesitating for so many years, whether wondering whether you should come or not, you should definitely come. And in my opinion, I believe that the two countries that should be on the very top of your list should be only South Africa and obviously Namibia. As I said, expectations were really high, but what we saw is like way beyond better. And I have to say that because of this book and the film Out of Africa, I changed the way I saw Africa actually, and I'm so happy that we got here. And thanks to God, thanks to Richley, thanks to this book and the film, here we are. And later we are going to go out to have a nice beef steak right in the center. But before, we need to finish this lovely cappuccino by the swimming pool.
And did the car really skid that summer night on the edge of the lagoon? The screeching of brakes brought me to my senses with a jolt. The stars looked small and far away. The grass was wet with night dew. The crickets had stopped singing. In the eerie silence, the only sounds were laboured breathing and a feeble lament which soon ceased. The right side of my body felt wet and sticky. I touched my dress with my hand, and even in the darkness, I knew that it was soaked with blood, oozing from the mouth of the man whose head rested heavily on my shoulder.
So guys, right now we're going to have a room tour where we're going to be staying for 4 days. So come in. So this place is called Windhoek Luxury Suites, and this is basically so beautiful. This is what you normally imagine, you know, like in contemporary places, but you know, with a nice touch of like luxury, and I really love it. It's very simple but chic, you know. And at the end of today, I think that this is what like everyone wants, you know, like something like simple but chic and beautiful. And this is the little balcony we've got that basically gives to the garden, and we've got the palm trees, and the rest of the complex is extremely nice, and I've got to say that I'm extremely pleased. Just a lot better than what we thought, and yeah, so we really cannot wait to make the most of this majestic and magical place. So guys, right now we are about to get a taxi to go for the first time to the city center of Windhoek. We're going to go to this place where they sell safari things and stuff, you know, like hats and shoes and stuff. We just want to go there to buy 2 hats, you know, to match our outfit with the country. And we also want to see if we can pick something, you know, like for lunch, because we haven't had anything to eat at all. And yeah, so this is what we're going to do now. Let's see what the city center is like. Just got to the city center, and I've got to say that it is extremely neat, extremely clean, very beautiful. There is no track of being like run down. It is just like beautiful. So right now we are going to find the place where we want to get our hats, and yeah.
And there's air conditioning here, so that's great.
If you want to get any safari compliment, we really recommend you going to Safariland. In this place you can find all sorts of hats made of leather in South Africa. Now that we bought our hats, we would like to share some information about the city and about the country. Windhoek is located 1,700 meters above sea level. Windhoek is the 12th highest capital city on the planet. Windhoek means windy corner in the Afrikaans language. Nicknames for Namibia include Land of the Many Faces and Land of the Brave. Even though Namibia is almost 3 times the size of the UK, this country is one of the most sparsely populated countries on Earth, with a population of 2.5 million people. There is a number of languages that are spoken every day in Namibia, such as English, Afrikaans and German. However, Oshibambo is spoken by the majority. 48% of Namibians speak this language, especially the Ovambo people who live in the region formerly known as Ovamboland. And before going out for dinner, we decided to grab a South African bottle of wine to enjoy and celebrate our first day here in Namibia. So everyone, Richard and I are getting ready because we want to go to the Stellenbosch Hotel to have a lovely dinner. We want to have a lovely steak from Namibia. And I'm going to be wearing this lovely perfume, which is a amber tone, oil-based perfume. And what you do is basically you just like spray here, and then you just like tap it a little bit, and you put it like around your neck. Do not rub it, because if you did that, you would get rid of the essence, and you don't want to do that, of course. So yeah, here we are. Are you ready?
Oh my goodness, I'm really looking forward to trying a Namibian steak. Now, for us, it's very hard to top a real Argentine steak, so we're really curious to find out if this will really meet our expectations of a nice steak. And here we are. This is my outfit, as you can see. I think I'm looking kind of African.
Right now we're about to go to one of the most prestigious restaurants here in the city, where we're going to be having our breakfast every single day while we are here in this hotel. I'm talking about the Stellenbosch restaurant. At this restaurant, you can find a variety of South African wine. Today we decided to go for a bottle of red wine to accompany the steak that we are about to have. They say that this country is renowned for its beef. We can say and verify that its quality is really high. And of course, we can go as far as to say that it is at the same level as the steak we had in Argentina. Next day, so today we are going to start our day by going to the Stellenbosch restaurant to have our breakfast, because we really like to eat. Hello everyone, so right now we are in the Stellenbosch restaurant. Today we were so lucky to get a place right here in the patio, and we are just by this lovely kind of Southern European fountain.
So you know what, I'm just enjoying my morning here, having a nice cappuccino, freshly made right here in Stellenbosch. And we've ordered 2 traditional fry-ups, okay, which is very typical in England and also in other countries like Holland and Germany.
On our second day here in Windhoek, the capital of Namibia, we've gone to the most central site in the city. And I'm talking about the memorial of the founding father of the Namibian Republic. I'm talking about Sam Nujoma. In the same way that in South Africa they've got Nelson Mandela, who was the person who fought for the equality of the native people of South Africa, this man also did exactly the same thing here in Namibia. You should not forget to come and visit the Independence Museum of Namibia. This country unfortunately went through a lot of struggles, starting with the colonization of the country by the German Empire, and afterwards being invaded by the British Empire under the name of the South African Union. In any case, do you know that this building was built by a North Korean company? And therefore, you can see and appreciate that this building has this Soviet architecture, something that you would see in Russia or maybe like in North Korea. And this is what we are going to do now, because we want to learn about the history of this amazing and fantastic country. The Independence Memorial Museum focuses on the anti-colonial resistance and the national liberation movement of Namibia. When you get to this place, you won't have to pay any money at all. The only thing that you will have to do is to write down your name, and then you will be allowed in. Only when you go to museums like this one, you can understand the suffering and the pain that many people have gone through throughout the history. Namibia had one of the most horrible genocides in history. Many people were hanged and executed. I feel really sorry for those ones, but what we can do right now to fix it is to make the world a better place where everyone can live in peace and in safety. It is not hard to notice that there is some anti-German propaganda in this country, and I can understand them. However, we also need to understand that not all Germans were bad people neither. Once you are done with the museum, you can go to the museum's cafe, where you can enjoy a lovely cold Namibian beer, and from where you can enjoy the impressive and beautiful skyline of the capital city of this country. Windhoek is a lot better than what you would expect. opinion, Windhoek seems to be one of the cleanest cities we've been to. It seems more like a European town. It is not bustling, just not noisy, and it feels kind of calm. If you came here, you would definitely love it, as we do right now.
So right behind me we've got an amazing exhibition of what meteorites look like. These are literal meteorites that fell into Namibia 600 million years ago. And here, right here, you can even look at them really up close and enjoy what it's like to look at a meteorite which comes from out of space.
Do you know as well that this is the largest known meteorite shower to fall to Earth? So this place is extremely unique, and by the way, this is not the only place in the country where you can see this exposition of these majestic things, because there are others spread throughout the country. Right after lunch, we decided to go to the historical train station here in Windhoek, which obviously was built during the colonial time, and once this country became part of South Africa under the British Empire. And from here departs the famous Trans-Namibian Express, which goes around the whole entire country. It is really hard to actually book it because you need to go to a specific place to book the tickets, and it takes like a few days obviously to do it. It is true, if you come here and you are from the UK, you're going to feel like if you were back at home, because the train station is like anywhere back in England, and even like the rails is exactly the same. I actually feel like if I was like somewhere like in the Midlands or something like that. And the architecture of this train station obviously is Victorian, you know, because it was like probably built with that architectural style, and therefore we are having a lovely time here. And I really like that, the fact that the name of the city is written right here. It's very vintage and it's lovely.
So guys, right now we're going to have a lovely red South African wine accompanied with delicious mouth-watering watermelon. I can't believe mouth-watering watermelon. I mean, imagine having this in Windhoek with this amazing like sky behind me. It just seems surreal. And here we go.
Are you ready?
So here we go. Time to enjoy some wine.
Now it's time to make a toast right here to Namibia, I would say.
To Namibia.
Yeah, because I believe that this country is giving us one of the greatest memories ever, and therefore we need to celebrate it with South African wine and watermelon. What better can you get?
So we just got to the city centre, now we're going to go to the craft market to see all the different souvenirs that these lovely ladies are selling. Tapestries, fabrics, ornaments, and come with us and have a look.
I would like to give you a piece of advice. If you come to the capital city, please do not miss the craft market, because here you can see the Himba women. They come from the north of the country to sell their handmade products. I have to say that it was really fun to speak with them. They are really polite and kind.
Welcome to Namibia.
Welcome to Namibia.
Welcome to Namibia.
Welcome to Namibia.
There is another place that you should definitely visit in the capital of Namibia, called Butcher Block Namibia. In this restaurant, you are going to find magical, tasty, flavoursome, mouth-watering food. I highly recommend it. What we can say for what we have eaten so far in this country, it's that Namibia has a high-quality gastronomy. And believe me, you are not going to perish if you come here, because they've got tasty food.
So guys, we're about to have our breakfast. We're here at the Stellenbosch one more time. And we're very looking forward to today's excursion because we're going on a safari. We're going to see the leopards, we're going to see ostriches, we're going to see springbok, oryxes, and lots of different animals. But before that, we're here to have our nice fry up. And today, there is a lovely market around the Stellenbosch restaurant, and we're going to see if we can pick up a bargain or two.
So we had to wait like for 20 minutes to get our breakfast. According to them, there was like some sort of problem like in the kitchen. And so we are ready to have it, and it looks absolutely tasty and really appetizing. If you thought that the only way of seeing animals in the country is by going to a torture park in the north of the country, then you were wrong. you can still see a few animals if you are interested in a place called Durstenbroek Farm, which is situated to the north of the capital. So guys, we just got to the farm and right now we are going to be taking on a jeep around the farm. We just saw a few animals on the way here, and I've got to say that the landscapes that we saw were just like extremely beautiful and unique. And I really cannot wait to see all the animals and the wildlife that we are about to see today. And yeah, so this is the place. We are going to stroll around the farm and we are going to see the facilities. Apparently there is a swimming pool and there are beautiful views of the landscapes, and I am extremely excited because we are supposed to see many animals, including the national animal, which is the oryx.
However, guys, when you come to this farm, it's called the Durstenbroek Farm. You go on what we call a leopard feeding tour, and then a 4x4 car takes you around to see the animals. However, they make you sign a document which waives responsibility for your potential death in case one of the animals acts in an unpredictable manner. So this is something that we're extremely concerned about, because anything could happen and it's not their fault. So guys, we really hope that we can finish this video and nothing happens to us, because it is kind of scary.
So everyone, the time finally came for us to go on the tour, and this is the jeep that we're going to be on, around the farm. And now I'm still kind of scared, but at the same time kind of excited to see all these wild animals. And so yeah, here we are. This meat you see here is going to be used to feed the leopard. We are extremely scared. Of course, we are about to see one of the biggest felines in Africa. They are extremely unpredictable, really territorial. This means that you can expect anything from them. Right now, I would not be able to explain in words how happy I feel to see this ferocious and mighty animal. I've just seen them in films and documentaries about the Serengeti in Africa. But of course, we still have to be cautious. But what an experience. Right after seeing the leopard, we moved on to the lake to see a lot of hippos. And by the way, do not underestimate them. They are the ones that kill the most people in Africa. But what was clear is that the farm was swamped with guinea fowls everywhere. And it was really funny to see them run. We also got to see a few antelopes. Unfortunately, we couldn't get them properly because we forgot our camera back in Spain. So what do you have there?
Here we have a giraffe skull that we just found by the road, and funnily enough, it's extremely heavy. And it's magnificent.
We also got to see a wildebeest. I really regret not having brought our professional camera. And finally, we also saw a tower of giraffes. It was really cute to see them. They were staring at us all the time, and it was really magical to see them eating from the acacia tree, which is something really iconic about this continent. Sadly, we have come to the end of the first part of our adventure here in Namibia. In the second part of our Namibian adventure, we are going to be visiting Swakopmund, which is a town situated by the coast of the South Atlantic Ocean. We are also going to be visiting the oldest desert in the world, which is the Namib Desert. And of course, we cannot forget about the succulent and delicious Namibian oysters. So wait for more, stay tuned.